What if a recurring struggle is not a lack of willpower but a calculated tactical strike against your future? When common temptations transform into heavy, irrational atmospheric oppression, you are no longer fighting your flesh. You are under a targeted demonic assignment. Today we are going to expose the 4 indicators that prove your battle is supernatural. More importantly, we are going to look at why the enemy is fighting you so hard, specifically in this season of 2066. Most of us have been taught that temptation is simply a part of the human experience. We think, oh, I'm just weak, or I just need more discipline. And while that is true for some of our common struggles, we have to recognize the difference between a cobble in our shoe and a blockade on the highway. The enemy doesn't waste his ammunition. He is a tactician. He observes. He calculates. Think about it this way: a normal human temptation is like a distraction. It's a passing thought, a fleeting desire. You address it, you pray, you move on. But an assignment is different. It is surgical. It is designed to induce fatigue, shame, and eventually total surrender. In 2026, we are living in a year defined by acceleration. Many of you are on the precipice of a massive spiritual promotion. You feel it in your gut. You feel the shifting of the atmosphere. And it is precisely because of that shift that the heat has been turned up. When you notice that your struggle isn't just a random urge, but a heavy, oppressive blanket that seems to descend the moment you try to pray, or the moment you decide to launch that business, or the moment you commit to a deeper level of consecration that is not your flesh, that is interference. The first warning sign that you are under an assignment is the timing. Demonic spirits are observant. They watch your spiritual trajectory. I want you to look back at the last few months. Every time you made a decision to move forward, perhaps you started a new Bible study, maybe you decided to forgive someone who hurt you, or maybe you stepped into a new level of leadership, was there an immediate, irrational surge of temptation? This is what we call the resistance of the threshold. When you are about to cross a threshold into a new level of divine destiny, you will often encounter a spike in opposition. If you are struggling with lust, it's not because you love the sin. It's because the enemy knows that the purity you are cultivating is the key to the authority you are about to walk in. He wants to disqualify you before you reach the promotion. In 2026, the assignment is specifically designed to keep you small. If he can keep you focused on the bedroom, he can keep you out of the boardroom. If he can keep you focused on shame, he can keep you from your purpose. The second sign is the intensity of the struggle. Does it feel like you are fighting against yourself, or does it feel like you are fighting against a crushing weight? There is a difference between desire and aggression. Desire is a pull, oppression is a weight. When you are under a demonic assignment, the thoughts feel loud. They are repetitive, they are intrusive, and they lack the usual logic of your own internal dialogue. It feels like someone else is pushing the button. You might find yourself saying, I don't even want to do this, yet I can't stop thinking about it. That is the hallmark of an assignment. It is designed to wear out the saints. It is designed to exhaust your mental energy so that by the time you sit down to work, to create, or to pray, you are mentally depleted. You aren't losing the battle because you aren't holy enough. You are losing the battle because you are fighting a spiritual force with human effort. You cannot fight a supernatural assignment with natural willpower. You need a different set of weapons. The third sign is perhaps the most dangerous: targeted isolation. The assignment seeks to remove you from the body of believers, from your mentors, and from your accountability partners. When you are under this type of attack, you will notice a growing sense of shame. Shame is the great separator. Shame tells you, you can't tell anyone. If they knew what you were struggling with, they would reject you. The assignment isolates you because it knows that the moment you bring the struggle into the light, the power of the assignment is broken. Think about your recent behaviors. Have you started distancing yourself from the people who love you? Have you started avoiding church or small groups because you feel like a hypocrite? That is the strategy of the enemy. He wants you in a corner in the dark, where he can manipulate your narrative. If you are feeling isolated, you are likely under an assignment. It's time to break that wall down. Finally, the fourth sign is the diversion of destiny. Ask yourself, does this sin, this struggle, keep me from the very thing God has called me to do? We have to look at the fruit of the attack. If your struggle is focused on something that directly undermines your future, If it is sabotaging your marriage, if it is sabotaging your ministry, if it is sabotaging your career, it is not just a weakness. It is an assassination attempt on your future. If the enemy can get you to trade your destiny for a moment of temporary pleasure, he wins. This is the oldest trade in the book. Esau traded his birthright for a bowl of stew. Don't trade your divine assignment for a moment of counterfeit relief. The assignment is a blockade. It is a wall built to keep you from arriving at the destination God has already prepared for you. So, what do? You stop trying to fix it with willpower, and you start fighting with authority. First, acknowledge the assignment. Stop blaming yourself for the intensity. Call it what it is. Say it out loud. This is an attack on my destiny, not a reflection of my character. Second, bring it to the light. Confess it to a trusted mentor or leader. The moment you speak it, the enemy loses his leverage. Third, change the atmosphere. You cannot live in the same house with the enemy. Clean your environment. Change your habits. Guard your eyes. Fourth, step into your purpose. The best defense is a strong offense. Get back to the work God called you to do. The more you serve, the more you help others, the less power the enemy has over you. 6 is your year of breakthrough. The fact that the enemy is fighting you this hard is proof that you are getting close to something great. Don't quit. Don't shrink back. You are not fighting your flesh. You are fighting for your future, and the victory is already yours.